Hi everyone, I'm Ryan Lund and welcome to another episode of the Supper Club Social, where we review restaurants, movies, and TV shows and talk about home bars, cocktails, and pop culture. With me today is my co-host. He's dated a stripper, he's a big tipper, and he never leaves the house in just his slippers.
It's true.
It's Roy Smith.
Hello, everybody.
How's it going, Roy?
Good. Not bad.
Roy, you dated a stripper?
I did. When I was 19.
Roy, our guest today, he only skips leg day 3 times a week. He nicknamed his biceps Frodo and Sam, and nothing gets his juices flowing like some pre-workout and spam. It's Jacob Gallion.
There you go. Hey.
Welcome to the show, Jake.
I'm still excited that Roy dated a stripper.
Yeah.
I did.
Sunny, Montana, was it?
I believe so, yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I hung out with a stripper one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just remember to talk around the mic.
She hung around the dorms a lot at the
Yeah.
base. Yep.
Oh,
Good times.
good times. Was she pretty full of personality, or?
You know, I can't remember that much about her, really. She had a lot going on up here.
Yeah, okay. That's
like
what I kind of
that.
figured you
Yeah.
might remember about her.
Yeah, and she was blonde.
Jake, you had to run in with a stripper, is that what you're saying?
I did.
Wow.
It was probably a tough story to talk on here. It's pretty wild. But it was a good time. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
100%.
good times by all. Yeah.
100%. I like.
They're not bad people.
No, I like it. I like them. It's fun.
And it's a tough time after COVID for them out here, too.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the VU's been shut down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I actually installed the stage out
Church
there.
now.
It's so funny. I installed the court stage with my parents' company.
Yeah.
And then when they were destroying it, I should have went and destroyed it because I built it, put it there. That was yeah.
That's been a while ago
Wow.
when you put that in there.
Yeah. They actually hated it because it was quartz. And so the strippers would always be slipping and
Oh,
falling.
yeah.
But,
That's
know,
tough.
Oh, well. That's part of the...
that's what L&I's for.
Yeah, exactly. You might have been doing them a favor.
Exactly. Get their balance better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Roy. Roy, any dust-ups on the bus, beefs in the break room, unholy encounters, or marketplace throwdowns?
No throwdowns in the marketplace. All
No?
good in marketplace. Got a sweet deal
That's good to
recently.
hear. Oh, wow.
But
What was it?
what?
What was it?
2 Toro 8-25 riding lawnmowers for the price of one.
Wow.
$180 for both of them.
Not
It's like a
bad.
sore Peter. You can't beat it.
That's right.
That's a masturbating joke.
I know I got it. That was a good one. I've never heard that one.
And my grandpa taught me that when I was in like third
He's heard
grade.
them all, too.
Yeah.
And I would go around saying it in like third grade, and I didn't even masturbate yet,
Yeah.
so I was like clueless.
Yeah. But it sounded cool.
Yeah, then one day I was like, oh, Peter. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I get it.
It's
yeah.
not fun to do if it's sore.
No, it's not. Believe me.
I've tried.
Me too.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a pretty sweet deal.
Good to hear.
Old farmer out in Loon Lake.
Oh, wow. How did you get the trailers back to
Oh,
your or the lawnmowers back to your place?
borrowed the trailer from good old Marty Dad.
Oh, really?
Really pulled through for me.
That
I had a
checks out.
marketplace experience this past week.
Really?
So I was trying to buy I bought a Cadillac Escalade, an old one, to like put big wheels on it just for fun, like a toy.
Yeah.
And so this guy has one for sale in Post Falls. Weird. It's too long of a story. Like the conversation is bizarre. Doesn't
Yeah.
remember anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he asked me where I live, and I said north of Hilliard. And he automatically, I think he's a tweaker, and just like, hey, do you want to trade for some stuff? And I'm like, just because I live north of Hilliard doesn't mean I have meth.
Yeah.
And he just assumed. I was like, this is
Yeah.
fucking weird.
Actually, if you go, what's the other side of Freya in Hilliard?
Yeah.
Pretty nice places over there.
That's where I live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a
But
buddy.
it's fun to say Hilliard.
Yeah. Because everyone's like, oh, geez.
Yeah.
Tough.
You live in Hilliard? I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he assumed you were gonna barter for it?
Yeah, for meth.
Yeah.
I said Hilliard.
Yeah.
He just assumed the way he worded, I could tell. I was like,
Yeah.
And I could tell the conversation he was a tweaker.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he was like, I tried to buy the center console only. He's like, someone else has it spoken for. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was me yesterday when we were talking.
Oh, no.
Yeah. The same guy.
Yeah, yeah. And it was like, he's like, oh. And yeah, so just because you live in Hilliard doesn't mean you have meth on hand
Yeah.
to trade for a Cadillac Escalade.
That'd be
it'd
good
be
sum
neat.
of meth, I think.
No, this is in 2000.
Oh, okay. So maybe just a bag.
No, maybe like an ounce of meth.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I'm not
Sure,
familiar.
Not that I would know.
Hard
but-
to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no experience there, but
Yeah.
Based on the movies. You
I
know.
deal with a lot of
Watch
I deal with
a
a lot
lot.
of users in my line of work, but
Yeah.
not
I
a lot of
watched
dealers.
all 5
Yeah.
seasons of Breaking Bad, so
Yeah.
or however many seasons it was.
That's a good show.
I tried to watch it, but then it just made me want to make meth.
Yeah.
And like, really, I was like,
Just buy an old RV and park it out and fish trap.
yeah. I was like, I think I could
You
do
could
that.
park it right by the school these
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, they don't
you
care.
could.
I actually have a job site. I got a customer with a $500,000 remodel, and we got a fucking RV there, and I got to figure out how to like, I don't know.
It's impossible to get rid of them.
I know.
It's got to burn to the ground before they come and tow
That's
it.
That's
propane tanks are on the outside.
that's a
I know.
possibility.
That's where my fucking trailer battery went one
Yeah.
year. Remember that one that was parked
Yeah.
by Westview?
Right.
And then all of a sudden my trailer battery was missing.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, that thing burst in flames.
Right by the church up by Westview. Yep. I remember that.
And that's where my battery went. They stole it right off my trailer.
Jake,
Yeah.
same thing as Roy almost. Roy, did you iron out all your
Well, yeah, and then that fucking bee that stung me.
dust
Yeah.
up on the bus?
Yeah, or off the bus, adjacent to the bus.
So you got stung.
I think it was a fentanyl bee.
Oh.
'Cause I've never had that reaction before. And it was right behind the Safeway Hilliard.
What was the
Hilliard and
reaction?
Safeway. Whole canned. Just swolled right up.
Wow. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man style?
Yeah, it hurt.
Hmm.
I had to go get a steroid shot to get it to calm down.
Did you lotion up so you don't get stretch marks?
I have to tonight because it cracked the skin.
Those beautiful
tough.
hands.
I know.
Those are pretty nice hands.
I know. I try.
I
He
feel
wears-
self-conscious now.
He wears gloves
I
all the
don't.
time when he drives.
I used to, but then it takes too much time. I don't have much time
you
anymore.
got too much grip.
I know. And I do this a lot.
Oh.
And like the gloves,
Yeah.
not very comfortable.
Nah.
Probably got a lot of static electricity going on.
No, because I wear the ones the cloth ones that are dipped, and like the
Yeah.
Rubber?
The work gloves.
Bro,
Yeah.
there's no other bus drivers here. We don't know what we're talking about.
I know, but they're not bus driving gloves.
Oh,
I
What
can-
are bus driving gloves?
Like the leather, like the ones you see on like
Oh, like
limousine drivers wear. You know,
like a
the-
dominatrix style?
Pretty
Probably, yeah. They got like the
I know
holes
that.
on the knuckles, and like only don't cover the whole hand.
You're kind of turning me on right now.
Well, you know, whatever gets you going.
Would you stop rubbing your hands
Yeah.
for a second?
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, Jake. Any contractor conniption fits, fitness faux pas, or brawls over the new baby? Which is another way of saying, how's work going? How's your workouts going? And how's the new baby?
Baby's good. It's getting bigger, fatter. That's what they do.
Plumping up, yeah.
Yeah, sucking on boobs all day. I'm fucking jealous.
Must be nice.
I know. So I feel like that's my job.
I know, living their best life.
Fall asleep with one in your mouth, wake up with one in your mouth.
That's how I expect to live.
Every man's dream.
I'm not even kidding.
I agree.
It's probably why
100%.
every woman hates me.
I'd suffocate because I'm a mouth breather.
Yeah.
I'd be done. You stick it in my nostril.
I'm pretty close to that though.
Sure.
I pretty much go to sleep and wake up with one.
You do?
After you get your CPAP off.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know, that's
Yes. Yes, CPAP?
I got a CPAP.
That's
yeah.
cool.
That's
Is it-
not.
You can sleep through it?
It took a while, but yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever masturbate with your CPAP on?
No, because I think that would mess up the machine. Because it's all about like your oxygen intake, you know. And then all of a sudden you're breathing too heavy, it's going to start pumping more oxygen in.
That's
make it
why he
more
doesn't
fun?
do
You
it.
might pass out.
Really?
Maybe. I don't
Dude,
know. I've
that would
never
be
tried
cool.
it.
Dude, you should.
Actually,
I will.
it might be a really good way to join the Mile High Club right here on the ground level.
Exactly. So it's like wearing an old bomber mask.
Instead of like choking yourself, you could just do the, you know what I
Well,
mean?
because it'd be the opposite though.
That's
Because
cool.
it's forcing the oxygen in instead of trying to.
You
cut it
never
off.
felt so live.
I know.
Yeah.
You'd be on an oxygen high.
yeah,
Like the
it's-
old. Remember the oxygen bars?
Yeah.
They ever
Yeah.
have those here?
It's like Johnny Five when he gets hooked up to that battery again.
That's right.
Now I want to know. You got to try it.
I'll have to
I'm
try
going
it.
to text you later.
Yeah. Well, probably not tonight.
Yeah, not
But
tonight, but tomorrow maybe.
Next week would be a good time.
All right.
Wednesday is always probably a good bet.
I like to masturbate on Wednesdays too.
Yeah.
It's midweek.
Yeah, get you over the hump.
Yep. And then the weekend comes around. You already got, you're
Yeah, you already got
restocked.
one out.
Yep.
That's right.
So
I'm with you.
So how's work going, Jake?
Work is a pretty.
I could talk about that all day.
Did you have a question you wanted to ask me?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What about some playground conundrums or something like that?
Playground call-outs?
Call-outs. Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't want to bring this up, Ryan.
I'm glad I brought it up.
Now that you mentioned it. We're at Audubon. It's a
Okay.
track meet. No, it's a cross country meet. I get on a swing. One of my kids is on the swing next to me. There's only 2 normal swings.
Mhm.
Some real high on your horse 9-year-old comes over and goes, "I gotta leave in 10 minutes. Is it alright if I swing?"
Mhm.
And I was like, "Well, there's the 2 like infant swings were open." I was like,
Yeah.
"There's 2 open ones over there if you want to swing." And
Like
she
the
kind of
little
looked at me like,
Baskets.
"Yeah."
Yeah.
He's like, "I couldn't get my legs through those." I was like, all right. So I get off the swing like a gentleman.
Yeah.
And
It's very
my
nice of
kid
you
keeps
being a
swinging.
40-year-old man.
Kid keeps swinging. I walk away, I come back, and then just kind of unprompted, I say into my phone, Alexa, set my timer for 10 minutes. And I was standing there. I don't know. I was in kind of a weird mode. And she
Sounds like it's a challenging
she
9-year-old.
looks at me like,
I like it.
just so you know, like, I don't know if it's exactly 10 minutes.
Nice.
That's so funny.
She really
So
schooled you on
I
that
put
one.
her on the spot. And
Did she get off after 10 minutes?
it was only made it about 3 minutes, right?
Oh, wow.
She's out of shape, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't as
Or
fun when
ADHD
the swings
possibly.
weren't occupied.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You don't know if you got to, you got it, you know?
Well, kids nowadays are always on their phones, you know.
That's
That's
right.
true.
I know.
She didn't have a phone. I should have, I was like, she just wanted to swing, but it was the tone. It's like, why? You don't get to get on the swing just because you want to get on it.
Speaking about being on your phones, I was in Cheney one year doing there's 2 opposite direction loops that go out that way. Mm-hmm. And I went the wrong way one time. Nobody on my bus even noticed. I did a complete U-turn in the middle of the campus and went back the other direction. Not one person even realized I did anything.
Yeah.
So they're all just sitting there.
They're like,
Looking
why
at
are
their
we
phones.
10 minutes late to the stop? I don't know.
Yeah, just completely oblivious to everything.
They all go on the Reddit boards like, 10 minutes missing time.
Yeah.
Unexplained.
Yeah. Don't know what happened.
Right.
Remember when I was walking by and you're like, "Hey, big boy."
Oh, yeah. Where was that? Where was
I
that?
was walking with my buddy on his.
I was
lunch break.
driving, though,
Yeah,
right?
you were driving.
Yeah,
And you yelled,
yeah.
"Hey, big boy!"
That's right.
And I laughed so hard. It was Roy.
Oh, man, yeah.
That made
was
my
fun.
day.
That was a couple years ago, I
That
feel
was,
like.
yeah.
Wow. Roy has a habit of doing that. He almost ran me off the road a couple
You
weeks
cut
ago.
me off this week on Monroe.
This week?
Yeah, just 2 days ago. Coming down by
Thursday?
My Fresh Basket.
I like that place.
That's good.
Oh, I was on. I had
You were
I had just done an estimate.
Bobbing and weaving through there.
That doesn't sound like.
Oh, yeah, I just cut me right off.
That
I thought
doesn't
you
sound
knew
like
it, but
me
apparently you
either.
didn't. I thought you might have looked and I missed you because I was looking this way, and then all of a sudden,
Are you thinking it was just like a normal?
no,
lane
I saw the
change?
clean cotta sign on the side of your truck. I know it was you.
But did you interpret my typical, normally speed?
I
and
followed
spaced
you.
Lane change.
I have followed you, and that's not your typical lane changing.
How
I
often
was
do you
very
follow him?
aggressive when
He
we go
follows me
camping.
all the time.
Oh, I see. Okay. I thought with a city bus. I was like,
Oh, that'd be fun.
Sees me all the
If
time.
I could, I would. Just drive around whoever I want all day, just wherever.
yeah.
I think it would take me about 2 weeks to notice if you were following me.
No, probably.
To be honest
You're
with
pretty
you.
oblivious. A lot of people are.
Well, I got the
oblivious to their
canopy on,
surroundings.
and before I drove a work truck or work trucks, I drove Volkswagen bus with curtains all around it. So
Yeah.
I never have been in the habit of looking behind me.
Yeah.
I'm like side mirror kind
I've
of
waited with my mother-in-law like 1,000 times, and she's just in the zone. I've honked, throw my hands out the window, never notices.
Those poor, only one at a time though, right?
No, I've done both.
Wow,
Steer with your knees.
sounds risky.
It is, but you know,
I steer with my knee quite a bit.
yeah, it's.
Are
it's
you a
legit.
public transit officer though?
I'm not an officer. I just drive a bus around, man. Nobody important's on those things.
Isn't it Spokane Transit Authority? You're
Yeah.
an authority.
I'm not the
Do
authority.
you drive an electric bus yet?
Oh, they're the garbage.
They are.
Don't get
Oh
me
yeah,
started.
they're all bad. We actually have 3 that are being stripped for parts to keep the other ones running.
I believe it.
Yeah,
Not bad.
Just a mobile bomb.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
If a light comes on, like a warning light, you have to just stop. And then the mains guys come to drive it and be like, "Well, it's a bomb now." It's like, okay, cool. Your life, not mine, man. I
Yeah.
already played that game.
Jeremy Renner walks up in a full bomb suit. Hurt Locker.
That's a good movie.
All right.
A lot of falsehoods in that, though.
Well, Roy, there's never. No movie is completely accurate.
Well,
You know that,
some
right?
pretty close.
You're familiar with how
Yeah.
movies work.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think we're gonna put a quick little pin in this intro segment and move it on to happy hour,
All
Roy.
right, sounds good.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's happy
It's
hour.
happy hour.
Here's it. Boom. Boom.
Roy,
Oh, long reach.
There you go.
how dare you?
Oh, it smells nice.
I can't say I taste any pineapple.
Yeah, that's
Are you pineapple? Are you tasting pineapple?
no, a lot of orange in the bitters.
You're getting a lot of bitters.
Yeah.
Not getting any of those.
Or maybe it's the ginger. Orange and ginger.
Ginger.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. Welcome to Happy Hour, everybody. Today, our cocktail is called the Ginger Orange Mocktail. Not to make too big of a deal out of it, but this is the first mocktail I've ever done on the show.
That's right.
Whether you're hosting a cocktail party or throwing together a tailgate, it's always nice to have an alcoholic-free drink option. This citrus-flavored mocktail is the perfect with or without alcohol. Prepare the citrus concoction ahead of time and serve it to your guests in a punch bowl or a pitcher, Roy.
Yeah.
Allow your guests to complete the drink with a dash of ginger beer or a few orange slices. And
That would be nice.
if they desire, a shot of vodka or gin. Bitters adds a sophisticated depth of flavor to sweet fruit juices and ginger ale.
But it takes away the mocktail part of it if you put the bitters in.
Yeah, this is kind of
A hybrid.
I mean, there's half a teaspoon of bitters in
The whole mix?
that whole growler.
Okay. It's like a gallon.
So there's maybe like 0.00 something or other.
It's like a
alcohol
non-alcoholic
content.
beer.
It's like drinking like a little bit of mouthwash almost.
Yeah.
That's probably more potent.
But that's probably.
Probably.
Those are like 40%.
I don't drink mouthwash anymore.
That's good.
Yeah.
What's in this? We batched it, so there is 2.5 cups of orange juice, 1.5 cups of pineapple juice, 1 teaspoon of bitters, and about 18 ounces of ginger beer.
Yeah. It'd be a good way to start your day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I could see that.
Carbon up.
Yeah.
Do you drink a lot of energy drinks, Jacob?
I was, and then my heart was kind of hurting pretty bad recently. So
Yeah,
I was like,
that's common.
I don't want to keel over and die just because
Yeah.
of speculation.
Sure.
So I was drinking like 3 to 5 a day.
Oh, yeah. I drink like 2 a day.
Your standard monster type deals.
No, I'm a Costco guy, so whatever they have at Costco, it's the Celsius or
Oh, yeah.
Monster. I do have some monsters that I haven't recently, but usually like the Celsius or the Lonnie ones.
Sure. Okay.
We do the zero sugar monsters.
Yeah,
I mean, they're still bad for you, but it makes you feel a little better about yourself.
yeah, less.
900% of your vitamin B isn't good for you.
No. I mean, you pee all the rest out.
All right. So for happy hour today, Roy, we've built a few top fives in our day.
Okay. That's true.
Today, I was looking to build top 5 movie dads.
Okay.
Might be a fun thing. Okay, I'm not liking not a lot of excitement.
Maybe a
over
sitcom
there.
would have been better.
Well, maybe another
You
day.
get more of a feel for them, over the time.
So I've got a list of movie dads here, and then I thought we would either whittle that down to 5, add in some others that you guys come up with, or go from there. So starting the list here. Steve Martin, Father of the Bride.
Oh, yeah.
Steve Carell, Dan in Real Life. Never seen it?
I don't think I've seen that one. That's with Ryan Gosling, too, right?
No.
Oh, no, that's the other one. That's
one we watched. This is the one where he's like, he's a dad, his wife dies, got like 3 daughters, they go off on like a family retreat. Okay, all right.
Sounds too depressing for
You
me.
ever seen that?
I think I have, but I just can't quite remember it yet.
Yeah.
All right, well, that one sucks then.
All right.
Liam Nielsen from Taken,
Oh, yeah. That's a pretty solid dad.
Chevy Chase, Vacation Movies,
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Robin Williams, Mrs. Doubtfire,
Oh yeah.
Robert De Niro, Meet the Parents.
Oh yeah.
Or fuckers.
Sure. That's more circled around the...
I know, but he's still in it.
I'm not listing all of them.
All right, I'm just saying.
Eugene Levy in American Pie.
Oh.
Alan Arkin, Edward Scissorhands, Seth Rogen, and Neighbors. Try to go a little younger on that.
Yeah. He's not quite a dad in that yet.
Do you guys have a feeling on where you want to go top 5 here? Any instant rule outs? Well, we
Oh,
ruled
the
out
Steve Carell one, yeah, because we're not familiar enough.
Okay. Any shoe-ins? Feel free to speak up, Jake.
You go ahead.
I was thinking for a minute. You guys.
Okay. I'd go Chevy Chase. It's got to be top 5.
Oh yeah.
Now, which vacation movie do you want?
I'm good with
Wally
the
World,
original
Christmas?
or Christmas, either or. Because when they go to Wally World, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And the Christmas Vacation, like, he's holding it together as good as he can in the worst situation possible.
That's what I like about
You
it.
got the in-laws, you got your own parents, you got your cousin you didn't want to be there, or
Yeah.
your brother or whatever.
I think that would be my vote.
Yeah, him in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's really holding
Because
it
he's
together.
got the neighbor.
Oh, yeah, the crazy neighbor, Louis Dreyfus or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's going against the Christmas lights.
And his boss and the SWAT team. Yeah, it's
A
all.
lot of hurdles.
Yeah.
A lot of hurdles.
So, yeah, I'll take him's top 5.
Okay. Jake, any feeling on Liam Neeson in Taken? Are you familiar with that movie?
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
That's going to the ends of the earth for your daughter.
It is.
That's pretty in depth.
Yeah.
I'd probably do that.
That's pretty dedicated.
I'd
My only beef with that is it's like his specialty. He didn't do anything special. He just did what his job was.
Yeah,
I think. If I
Yeah,
remember
but
right.
he wasn't really working, though. He was doing it for free.
that was a day off.
Yeah. He was on vacation. He took some pay time off to do that.
All right, that makes okay.
Okay.
So we go Chevy Chase. We go Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Nielsen.
And then what were the other ones real quick?
And then we got Robin Williams. I'll go Mrs. Doubtfire, Meet the Parents, American Pie, Edward Scissorhands.
I'm going to go with Eugene Levy on American Pie. That's pretty...
You know what?
classic.
I just picture them in the bar downstairs. I feel like it's downstairs.
Oh, the Edward Scissorhand one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're at the bar downstairs in the
Oh,
basement.
that's Alan Arkin. not
Yeah,
Eugene
Alan
Levy.
Arkin. Yeah. That's a good movie.
So I think we go with
Because, I mean,
where,
that's like that whole scenario in the American Pie movies. Like,
sure.
he's the dad, my son's getting into all this weird,
all
sex
horned up,
stuff.
yeah.
Let's just try to help him out. But he, went a little too far.
Right.
And then the whole pie thing, we'll just say, we ate it. And now Jason Biggs actually has a deal with one of, the frozen pie
Oh, really?
companies. And it's the same thing. It's his son.
Oh man.
And he's the dad. And he's like, oh, well, we'll just say that we ate it.
I haven't seen any of that. I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to try one out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're like the...
Give it a
I'd probably
test run.
put the whole.
I think they're the
side,
red
though.
button pies. They have yolks. Oh, the side.
Would
Wow,
you
go
do-
through the crust.
Well, it would just be hitting the metal.
Is it a frozen pie?
You know
That's
what I
aggressive.
mean? What are you gonna do? Just we'd put the tip in.
Yeah. I mean, you have to go through the middle, though. How would you go through the side?
Well, you just have to drill a big hole in the aluminum.
Oh,
and then,
it's a
you know what I mean?
contractor.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Yeah,
He's
just
probably
get-
got
just get a hole saw out.
Yeah.
and
Get a hole
as long as
saw
it's
together.
bigger than your penis.
Yeah, so
scrape
about
it.
half an
No
inch.
teeth. You know what I mean?
Or even just going through the top. I mean,
Yeah, it's all...
You just slap it and make a mess.
no,
Yeah,
bodybuilders are
sometimes they're...
usually condensed, right? So you should.
That's the balls. The balls are smaller, but the meat's bigger. Who needs
I was
balls
hoping you'd
anyway?
wear one of your muscle shirts.
I know.
I'm glad I didn't. It's cold outside.
Hey, we just put up the plywood today.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
We didn't get the fireplace going, though, but...
No, we've got a little fireplace over there that we got to hook up and stuff. But
Okay.
this turns into a pretty nice yurt.
It does. It's well insulated during
We
the winter.
actually rent this out to a couple people that live in it through the
You
winter.
do?
So it's pretty nice.
Have some AA meetings here or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, we gotta lock all the lockers, though.
Every time I go to a public meeting where it's not even AA or nothing, but then I always just like to introduce myself hi, I'm Jacob Gallion, like an AA meeting, and it's I don't know, just like a crowd roar
Yeah.
every time you do it.
I don't do a lot of public meetings.
I have to do
Yeah.
it for marketing stuff.
Oh, yeah, to get...
Oh, yeah.
People invite me,
Things
they
and
go,
things.
and
Right,
I'm just like,
networking
What the fuck
type
am I
stuff.
doing here?
Yeah.
You know what
You do
I mean?
good work. You just had that one go for $3 million or something, right?
A house I did, remodeled, yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Did I clean the windows on that one? Was that that one Post Falls one? Had a couple levels on it.
Yeah, I think you did clean that one, the Coeur d'Alene one.
Oh, no, not Post Falls. Yeah, Coeur d'Alene. Yeah, a couple of glass deck rails, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool spot.
A little
You
insider
guys really
training
do
going on here.
Really good work, huh?
A little insider trading going on here.
Oh yeah, we throw it back and forth.
He's
a
so
little bit.
busy. He's
Oh.
only said
Oh, yeah,
that's
he's so busy.
booked out months. I'm like, what the hell?
No, he's not.
Yeah, in
You
the
know-
summer it gets kind of
He's
rough.
like, let me
He was
check. Let me
already
check my
in pajamas
calendar
today when I showed up to school to pick up my kid.
I hate it when in the summer. That's the worst part of just doing by myself.
Yeah,
Is it's on May 24th I was booked through June,
I believe it.
and at the end of June I was booked through July.
One for us, we don't
craziness.
charge customers to clean the windows. It sometimes
Yeah.
ends up being an afterthought. It's like
Sure.
a gift. Like, you know what? Let's just go get these windows cleaned.
Yeah,
It'll just make them happy, and if the projects are 6-figure projects, it's like we can justify it.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's
So-
the right thing to do.
What he's saying is, if you want your windows cleaned for free, I heard. Homes by Gallion.
Yeah, you spend
right.
$100,000 with me, you get free
Yeah,
window pane.
exactly. Or you can hire this guy.
Yeah.
Pay him a couple $100 to do it once.
And get no remodel out.
Yeah, no remodel.
Yeah.
Get a lot of free advice though.
Yeah.
It's classic. Well, I don't think we have to really dive into this top 5. I've got another question for you guys.
Do we even do all 5?
I do think that, but
No.
Robin Williams though should be in there for the
Yeah,
Miss Doubtfire,
Miss
because that's for his
Doubtfire,
kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's had some really good roles. Even if you think about Good Will Hunting, when he was like the father role
Yeah,
for Matt
sure.
Damon.
That's right.
That
That's
was
a
a
good
real
point.
strong father role. And then
was.
the Miss Doubtfire,
And Hook.
yeah, Captain Hook.
Well,
He went to Neverland to find his kids, Roy.
but he also,
He just happened to be Peter Pan.
Yeah, he was Peter Pan. Huh?
but he wasn't a good dad at the start of that movie.
He wasn't.
None of us are all the time, Roy.
That's true.
You should
Touche.
try having more than 2 kids. Maybe you'd understand.
I think I'll keep my 2 and stay there.
All right, so who are we
what I
going to
was
put at the top of the top 5 then? Let's start there.
So Chevy Chase for sure.
Number 1?
Based on that movie,
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if he has another dad role. I mean, they made multiple.
I mean, there's
Follow
like
the
20
Brides, but
vacations. And even the one when they did Ed Helms and he was like his dad. Ugh, no, they should let that one go.
I like that. He's also Mr. Fix-It,
Yep.
Mr. Travel,
That's right.
Mr. Accommodate.
Yep. Cuts down trees.
It's a triple threat.
Yeah.
I like that. Quick
Oh,
little
and Robin Williams did the RV one. That was a good dad movie.
Which one?
Oh,
RV.
yeah.
I think it was called RV.
Yeah,
And they travel
the
across.
rolling turd. That's where we got the nickname for our
Yeah,
camper.
that's right. That's the guy that everybody hates from Hunger Games and the one pop star that had like one hit.
Mm-hmm.
Those were his kids in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I vaguely remember it, Roy.
But yeah, he was a good dad in that one.
Yeah, that's
So
a
let's
good
do-
one. That's a good one.
Robin Williams number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I kind of like Robert De Niro in there.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy was gonna.
He'd sabotage his daughter's wedding to.
Greg
make her
was a
life
good
better.
guy, and he wasn't even good enough for Pam. You know.
I know. So yeah, we'll do that. Then
Alan Arkin, Edward Scissorhands.
maybe 5, and we'll put
I mean,
Liam
he-
Neeson as a 4.
Not only adopted a kid, but he had scissors for hands.
Yeah, that's right.
How do you masturbate with those?
That's tough.
Very.
Very carefully.
Yeah.
Just like
Maybe some sponges.
Best part is you get a free trim job same time.
Yeah, I bet he had no pubic hair.
Oh yeah.
None. Or he did it as a really cool bush.
Oh, I bet he had it designed.
Yeah.
Or a really cool
Yeah,
one,
like-
yeah.
like
a
Most likely
dinosaur.
that.
Every time I try to make something look cool, I'm like, that looks fucking weird.
Yeah, he's probably like,
You know what I mean?
yeah, he probably had Christmas trees for the holidays and
Yeah.
turkeys and pumpkins, all sorts of things.
But it'd have to, like a swan, but your cock was the neck.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like the
But
bush
then
was,
you'd have a real.
The real tricky part is you got to grow it out for that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not.
so
It's not just
maybe it's only
change your
quarterly.
mind.
yeah.
But
couldn't do
probably
every
gotta-
season.
You
No,
got
seasonal bushes.
Yeah, so you could do
Yeah.
one for winter, one for
Christmas tree,
Spring.
spring
Yeah.
bunny.
summer.
I might
That's a
try
little
that.
Feminine.
Yeah,
I'm going to try
you
that.
probably got the time.
You should.
Yeah.
You got the tools.
100%.
I know you got the tools.
Let's do it.
Let's keep us
Post
posted on that.
I'll post a picture on
Make an
social
Instagram,
media.
yeah. Just separate though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell your closest friends.
Yeah.
So I can
No
follow.
face picture.
No, just all.
Yeah.
I don't know what would that part be?
I don't know. We'll get your nipples in it. I mean,
So just from the
from the
neck up, neck to neck.
from the nostrils down.
Yeah, there you go. But I I have the shocker tattoo on my side.
Oh
It's
yeah,
pretty
so you might have to
identifying.
go belly button to.
Yeah, because everyone knows it's me.
Yeah.
Because that tattoo's funny because I've had it since like 2008, and I was like a young idiot when I got it. But so for the longest part, my daughters thought the shocker was the peace sign.
Oh yeah,
Because they're like, "What's that, Dad?" And
yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, that's the peace sign." Like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, goodness.
Or we'd go to the public pool.
Was that when Dane
And
Cook
then-
was real popular?
I might have been.
Sufi.
It
Yeah.
might have been.
Whatever.
I don't know. It's 2008.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's about the time.
Kids at the public pool would be like,
Yeah, it's a big hit.
Yeah.
A lot of people like it.
"Yeah, they do." The ladies do sometimes,
Yeah.
or they get mad.
Well, you don't know until you try.
You know, you can always turn it upside down. Just tickle the belly button.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
You never know.
I thought you were gonna go one and.
Yeah, I was like, "My man."
Oh, that's a little aggressive.
Yeah, that's
If they didn't
tough.
like the one, they're definitely not gonna like the two.
Yeah, and if you do find that one likes the two, you got a winner,
Yeah.
or you could be a loser too.
I could go either way.
Oh,
Oh, let's.
I mean, too bad I wrote such a wholesome show today. But
Yeah, it really took a turn on you, didn't it?
Well, this next question will be kind of funny.
We got 2 minutes to knock it out.
What's the first fall type activity your family does?
I guess we do. I don't know. Silver Mountain's probably our first one.
It's like yell at the kids to clean up the yard. And
Yeah, rake leaves.
yeah, get out there now,
I did
damn it.
that last
Pick
weekend.
up dog turds.
Oh, I'm so bored. I'm like, oh, there's a lot of leaves outside. You can rake those up for
Sure,
me.
yeah.
Yep.
It worked out great for me.
Yeah, I ended up doing that myself. I use the blower though. I don't ever rake.
Well, I blow them and then rake them because you can only blow so far, you know.
I like to make the kids do it the hard way.
Yeah, Cameron actually was like wanting to rake. I was like, no, use the blower. He's only in 4th grade, so the blower's like, Dad, are you sure I can't just rake?
Right.
It's like blowing them
you use
5
that
blocks
blower.
down.
Yeah. But no,
I made
yeah.
the kids go rake and I took the blower out and just and blew it all right back at their face.
This
Yeah,
actually
that's good. I
brings
like
me to
that.
one of my newest inventions. This is hot off the press.
Okay.
It occurred to me when I was doing that. Okay. It's a dog poop vacuum sucker upper.
Oh, I'd like that.
I don't know why I had this really bad intrusive thought a while ago because I was mad at the kids and I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I was like, I think I'm gonna go poop in the backyard
Oh.
and not tell them and then have them go pick up the dog poop
Yeah.
and then record them picking up my turd. Wouldn't that be funny? But it'd be so
Would be
fucked
funny.
up.
Yeah, it would be,
You'd
but it'd
have
be
to record
hilarious.
yourself pooping though.
Well, yeah,
that's
because
fine.
Prove it.
yeah, you have to
totally
prove it.
fine.
You have
Totally
to put your
fine.
ring cam on the back door.
Yeah, just do 4K on my butthole.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's a ring cam.
You
then
can come
it's
over and
like,
record, Roy.
Oh, there we go.
yeah.
I got a camera.
Yeah.
Hey, big boy.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Just let me know.
All right.
That would be funny, though. I could get behind that.
There'd be a lot of people try to cancel me, you know.
Oh,
but
yeah,
It's okay. I've already been canceled.
Hey, as long as they turn out good,
Happens to the best of them.
you know. All right. Well, we are going to put
It'd
a
be a
pin.
good learning moment, though.
Yeah.
Because they would have picked it up when they should have before being asked. They wouldn't have to pick up yours. You know?
When I was doing
And it's
the
also
weights.
training for when you get old.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
they have to change your diaper.
100%.
Yeah. So you're just prepping them for the future.
If
really.
you're ever interested in the vacuum sucker, just let me know.
As long as I can handle human turds.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a Great Dane.
Yeah.
That's like a horse.
Oh, I'll handle it, really.
All right.
I've got all the schematics. All right, everybody. Well, we are going to put a pin in this and move it on to the segment of the week. It's time to dive into the segment of the week. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Jake Gallion. We've got the segment of the week, which is one we debuted last week called Convo Over Cocktails.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a convo over mocktails here.
That's right.
This is where I kind of give you a more serious question. It's not really serious. It's more to be thought-provoking. And Roy, feel free to chime in here if
All
you'd
right.
like.
I'll try.
Okay? You know, and Roy's my interpreter. If I happen to have written a question that makes no sense, Roy will regurgitate it to you in a way that's you can understand.
Yeah. I got
Okay.
your back.
I got that. That sounds
Yeah.
good.
Here we go. All right. So, having successfully evolved from a troubled youth, if that's fair to say,
That's more than fair.
to a worker in a family business, to raising twins, to running a successful remodel construction business, to remarrying, to having a new baby, and many things in between that. Can you speak to the relationships that have survived your many evolutions and to the ones that didn't? And yeah, that's my question.
That's a tough one. I'm not the type to keep a lot of relationships in a way.
Sure.
Maybe I move quite a bit. I mean, just daily. Does that make sense? I mean,
Yeah.
I've just some buddies I've had for a long time. But the most important relationship to me is my daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And so none of other ones don't matter as much.
Sure.
But I do develop relationships in the business world where I take care of people and they take care of me.
Sure.
And if it wasn't for that, or
And those can transcend the
And-
things I laid out in your personal life.
for sure, yeah, for sure. But I don't know. I mean, I guess that's a good. I think the adversities of like going through like some of the harder times in my life makes me understand things like differently, and then also just makes me really tough
Sure.
and just bulletproof.
Right.
But also understand how to utilize the people around me, their strengths, and then I give them my strengths and their weaker areas. If you can't do that with a team, you can't build any success.
Sure.
because there's no like, it's not all me. It's just, it's how I delegate and how I connect the dots with everyone around me.
Yeah.
And that's what causes that to grow. And so I guess, yeah, there's a lot of relationships, but,
Are there ones that you consciously know you got to cut this one out? Looking back on those transitions that you're like, this has kind of got to go for me to go there, or was it more of a
there was
retrospective where you're like, I'm here now, I got to say goodbye?
100%. Yeah. Some family.
Mm.
So I had to finally just say like, you know, you guys got 38 years of my life
Yeah.
and there's just no more.
Oh, wow.
And so that wasn't easy, but if you know you got people in your life that can't accept any accountability for things,
Sure.
they have to go.
Yeah.
Whether
Right.
they're related to you or not.
Yeah, I've dealt with that.
And you can't just be blamed for everything always. It's like if they're the older person or and they're creating the problem, but they're taking zero accountability. It's like there's no point in having a conversation because we all make mistakes,
Yeah.
and you have to be able to look someone in the eye and be like, yeah, I fucked up. If you can't do that, you're not a fucking adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
Totally.
mean?
Yeah,
I
definitely.
make mistakes every single day with my kids, with work. I mean, but I just do my best to fix those mistakes.
Sure. Yeah, and learn. I mean, that's not the essence of growth. Like screwing up, learning from it, and then hopefully not doing the same thing
Yeah,
again.
and kind of in our
Yeah.
world, in the contractor world, like when we make a mistake in a house, like the difference between like a professional and not is professionals make mistakes all day long. You just never know it.
Sure.
They know how to fix them all before anyone sees it.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Right.
mean they're perfect.
Yeah.
They're just fixing their errors and no one knows it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like the new guy coming out is like, oh, well, yeah, I probably should have done that, but I didn't. But
Yeah.
that's how I'm going to leave it.
Yeah, no. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
go back there, fucking fix
Sure.
that now.
Yeah, I've run into. I mean, it's been a while since I've had a big old something that I couldn't just fix, and like something that I actually had to eat the crow on.
Yeah.
And I just looked at him. I was like, I know this is kind of rough, but I'm not going to make the same mistake again. You hire somebody else. This happened to me, and I've got almost 30 years experience doing this. You can probably search around. I kind of try to fight for those ones where I screwed up to try to like it's not going to happen again. You're kind of.
Yeah.
I think we're in a good spot here because I know it sucks. Of course, I'd like make it all work out financially and stuff if it was a big old blunder, but I always kind of took that point in pride of like, let's grow together. Like,
Yeah.
let's just. I know it takes a lot of trust, but just let me try again.
No, and that's how the approach I take too, really. Because if we make a mistake, sometimes customers will want like a discount
Yeah.
and then leave the mistake, and it's like,
Sure.
I give you $500, but you're going to look at that crooked tile for the rest
Yeah.
of your fucking life.
And like, oh, don't hire
I'll-
that guy.
Yeah.
And they're going to show everyone, look at this, but look at that. No,
Right.
I'll tear out the whole entire job if it cost me $10,000 and replace it, even if you offered me $500,
Yeah.
because it's not happening.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's your name.
Exactly. And I think that's another thing too, is just, I always try to focus on always just doing what's right. And that does bring a lot of relationships too, because there's a lot of guys that just want to work for us and be part of what we're doing, because we're trying to do everything how it used to be done, like really proper.
Sure, yeah.
And that kind of fell away in these last few years.
Yeah. With all
But
the
there's-
cookie cutter stuff. Just
Yeah.
pop it up as fast as you can.
And just the half-assedness.
Yeah.
And
Did COVID kind of cut out a lot of the old guard in your industry?
the COVID. Well, the COVID brought in people who shouldn't be in the industry.
Gotcha.
Because there was so much work out there. Like people, like I think I've told you before. I don't know if I told you before. People hire the landscaper to do a kitchen remodel.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
those skills don't translate.
Right. Yeah.
They just don't.
Yeah.
Planting flowers and laying
Putting
brick.
tile and stuff.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
Then, and then articulating how a kitchen layout should be, creating
Sure.
the triangle with,
Yeah.
because you want to do the
All your
dishwasher.
appliances and
Yeah,
everything,
there's
yeah.
a certain motion, flow,
Yeah.
cabinets, minimizing dead space, and then understanding the customer's wants and needs in future. And if you don't have years and years of experience, you're just going to fuck up someone's house.
Yeah,
And
sure.
they're going to call me to fix it, and they're going to be like, well, we can tear it all out.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
it.
And then you're stuck messing with that guy's mistakes and then fixing it all.
And it's hard. It's really hard. And it's really easy to fix things when you do it right. Like, let's say you
Sure.
follow all the industry standards, plumb, level, square, but you can fix it. When things are done not to industry standard, the only one that can fix it is the guy who fucked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to track him down and be like, hey, how do you
Right.
unfuck this?
Yeah. If he even knows how he fucked it in
Yeah.
the first place.
And usually they don't. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I
I
just,
saw it on HGTV. I thought that's how you do it.
Yeah. He's going through a bunch of loose leaf papers in a shoebox, going, "Yeah, I think I remember that customer."
But to get back onto one of your things about the troubled youth, I mean, I definitely had like a harder childhood, I guess you could say. All of us, some of us
Sure.
kids did. But
And I just called it that. I don't
No,
really know
it's-
anything about
no,
your
I was
youth
definitely
other
a-
than I heard you mention it as a...
No, I definitely was a bad. You could say I was a bad kid, but it's more of being like misunderstood or just having a bad home life. But I people always ask how I got so detail orientated, and I always tell them childhood trauma. And I mean, it's kind of true. Like, I mean, if you ever had your ass beat for not dusting underneath the VCR,
Yeah.
you like learned that like there's no stone left unturned on
Sure.
my projects.
Yeah.
And so like I don't talk about it too much. I mean, I guess sometimes because it's not like a pity thing, any of that stuff. But it's I'm kind of forever thankful for it because it just the detail it really propels me and how that goes. Because I don't very detailed. I know how to like not skip any steps.
Sure.
And if my parents weren't so hard on me or us, you know, I might not have been like that. And that's
Sure.
the reason why people hire me.
Yeah.
Yeah, would I rather had like a fuzzy, fun, normal childhood?
Yeah.
Probably as a kid.
Yeah.
But as an adult, like no, I'd rather be me than some of my buddies.
Yeah.
Who are
Would you
fucking
s-
useless.
Yeah. Who just got everything like, oh, here you go.
Yeah, they can't
Here you
operate
go.
a fucking drill.
Yeah.
So how would you say it translates? How did that inform the way you parent? Is
I
it-
don't beat my kids.
That's good.
I want to sometimes,
Yeah.
but I don't.
Sure.
I'm probably, you know, I apologize to him a lot, you know, for all my mistakes. I never, you know, I tell him like, oh, for the same thing I apologize to him for. I'm like, because I made a lot of mistakes and I've always apologized to him. I do kind of spoil my kids.
So would you say that you might be as strict, but you also, to circle back to something you mentioned earlier, and what you just said, but you follow up with accountability from your end?
Yeah. If I screw up with them, I don't blame them. I
Yeah.
tell them like, hey, I was not a good parent here.
Sure.
This was wrong. I should have handled it this way. And we talk about it like kind of like adults. And that's good and bad because my kids are kind of a lot older now,
They're
in a
like in
sense because of
junior,
it.
middle school, junior high now.
But they can comprehend like very adult stuff because
Sure.
I've raised them on my own I did for a few years, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's translated a lot of differences for sure.
Sure. Good deal.
Yeah.
Well, I got another one for you if you feel like you've crossed all your T's and dotted your I's on that question.
Yeah.
Or if you had anything else, you could add it.
No, that's probably it.
This is kind of in the same vein. It's actually a question I asked last episode, but I gotta ask it again. Does the amount of success you've had from running your own business correlate with the amount of personal fulfillment you get from working? That is to say, when you know things are going really well, you always feel really good, and when things are going bad, fulfillment-wise, I know.
I'm never
fulfilled.
fulfilled.
Yeah.
It's never enough for me.
yeah.
So it's different. It's never enough. I'm never fulfilled, unfortunately.
Sure.
So I mean, I get happy. I get happy when things are perfect, but it's really hard to do that.
Sure. Yeah. Well, it takes a perfect storm for that because it's stuff
Stuff.
out of your control that has to line up for that.
Yeah, I'm more frustrated more than anything because of that. It sucks, but it's good for my customers and stuff and people who, you know.
Sure.
But no, I don't.
Do you feel like the two are tied? Personal fulfillment versus, so normal. You know, Roy goes to work, punches the clock, and works a certain amount of hours. Business owners, you know, kind of like each day is almost like the sky's the limit. I mean, not really, but so that's where, like, if I ask that question to you, Roy, you know, you have a pretty. It's almost like being on a salary. It's
Yeah.
not, but
Well, it is.
You
I know I'm going to get paid every 2 weeks.
sure, yeah, and the amount of fulfillment you get from your job, I imagine
Zero.
you have to get from a lot of other places.
The only time I get a little fulfillment is when that paycheck gets deposited in my bank account. That's it.
Sure,
The rest of the day, I'm just driving around, just in my own
yeah,
blank world.
right. So you find the fulfillment in your personal life from like doing things like this, going out vacations and all that. Why I've asked this question I asked it to Kristen, a business owner, you, a business owner, and I think about it a lot with myself, is it's kind of like that thing, if you're willing to take the credit for the positives, you take the fall for the mishaps or whatever, but how not to let yourself fall down mentally when things aren't going perfectly as a business owner. It's kind of where I'm trying to chip away at this question, but I don't quite know
No,
how
I
to
hear what
get
you're saying.
there.
I focus on like because there's a lot of ups and downs in my world, but if things aren't going that good, but then I got, like $1 million in projects coming up, they're not like on the verge of signing and it's all good. I just focus on that and hope they don't fall through.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a tough one because the remodel world, in the construction world, is always chaos.
Yeah.
Even when it's going well, it's chaos.
Right. Yeah.
And
It's
I'm
just chaos going that way.
And that's why I guess I like that my whole life has been chaos.
Yeah.
Because I can walk into, it's like I walk through the fire and it doesn't even faze me.
Yeah.
But I can be irritated for sure. But because I am so detail oriented, it's hard for people to.
Sure.
I like efficiencies and XYZ, and it's really hard to find people that understand that.
And it's interesting to ask this question because I know you don't probably have a lot of mishaps, but there are just mishaps that come up out of your control, I guess. So it's the mishaps are magnified. At least whenever I screw up, I'm like, jeez, I'm like, wow, this is just ridiculous. Like, this should have never happened. I'm always telling people, like, not always because it hardly ever happens, but you're like, man, this is just such a blue moon situation. So whatever it is, I can't even think of one offhand, but something like that happens and it takes me a little while to rebound. Like, I try not to just forget a mistake. I try to, like, kind of chew on it for a while, live in it, move on. So it's not just like, that happened just because of these weird circumstances, and so you cannot repeat it. But I'm kind of
I actually what you're talking about is I get up really early in the morning. I get up about 3 a.m. is my wake up time, but I will process a whole entire fuck up minute by minute, play by play, reel it back, over and over again until I'm like, see where, and then I try to feel where my brain was or why I made that mistake.
Sure.
So it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
But they do happen. I mean, for me, it's sometimes I don't do I'm not in the field as much.
Right.
So then when I try to do something, I'm like, okay, I'm like not as good as I used to be.
Yeah.
Because I'm not but when I get going, I'm good.
Yeah.
Or a mistake for me would be like, I forgot to call this customer because I've been on the phone for the last 9 hours putting out all these other fires, and I forget to tell them, our guys are coming in the morning. It happened today, actually. I forgot to tell the customers my guys were coming. They showed up and the door was locked. And I was like, oh, shoot, my fault. I mean,
right.
I called them. I resolved it, got the code, but it happens. You know what I mean?
Right. Or when your window cleaner shows up like an hour early.
That one was in our calendar, and they knew, but
she worked. She got there right away.
Okay.
But I was early. That was what I was saying.
Oh, you were early?
Yeah.
I thought the customer skipped it. And I was like, what the fuck?
No,
Because we put it in our calendar and gave her reminders and everything too.
Sure. She was really nice.
Yeah.
And she did I won't say it, but all right. Well, let's see here. Roy, 3. All right. Quick answer here, Roy. Or sure, Roy.
Okay.
What's the most humbling thing about having a new baby?
I don't even remember. That was like 6 years ago, almost 7 years ago when I had a new baby.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't know, having to change diapers again after not having to do it.
Sure.
It's pretty humbling when you get a nice little shit pie in your face bright and early in the morning or right before bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jake.
It's been too long for me.
I know. I hadn't had to deal with a diaper in 13 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, fuck. But I remembered, I was like,
those infants, they're not kidding when it's like 15 diapers a day.
Oh, I know.
I had twins, remember?
Yeah.
I still do have twins.
Yeah. But they're not in diapers anymore.
No. I should probably be in a diaper some days, I feel.
Yeah, pretty close. You're getting there.
Well, I mean, I asked that question because when I think, I've been thinking about you a lot with having your baby, and I just remember thinking, like, it's just so humbling that you've given life or whatever. You've got this little ball of skin that depends on you. I mean, you being in quotes, it's really your wife, who's like basically keeping this thing alive, and you're just this little sidekick, like changing diapers or cleaning up a blowout or whatever. So I don't know. For my answer, it was always kind of like just watching your wife do what, like, what humans to procreate are meant to do. It was just kind of cool to see.
It's weird to think about how that people did, like how we have it so modern and easy now.
Yeah.
About 2,000 years ago, they're just in a fucking cave.
Yeah, just popping it out.
Yeah, just putting it on
hope
the
you
tip.
survive.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a cord attached to it? What the hell?
I know. I was like, we're at the, it's like.
That's crazy to think about that.
That's why a lot of ancient cave drawings always think humans have tails.
Is it
Because
really?
they cut the umbilical cord off too long.
Or maybe it's the long penis.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming out of the belly.
Yeah. A real big one.
Oh man. Well, Jake, thanks for answering those questions. Appreciate it. We're gonna move it on to the next segment.
Okay.
All right. That's a pretty good mocktail, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I think I would add a little more ginger beer. I think, or maybe a little less.
I would do more
orange
pineapple.
juice. More pineapple. More bitters, maybe.
No, I think more pineapple.
Did you taste the bitters?
I don't even know.
I only tasted the orange and the ginger.
I never even
didn't
heard
get
of
any
bitters
bitters.
before until you said it.
Well, it's in a lot of cocktails.
Well, I mean, this is kind of just like them. I mean, they're like. I don't even know how they make them, but it's like orange peels and lemon peels and
Yeah, like
and the
fermented to make a little
alcohol
bit of
is
alcohol
like
content.
so it's super bitter. I mean, you can taste it if you want, but you don't want to. Trust me. All right,
But
everybody.
if you want to, you can.
The options there.
Sometimes all it takes is just taste.
Then you're down. Then you're down on Sprague,
Yeah. Exactly.
snorting coke with
Yep,
a random
at
hooker.
the old Kmart,
Yep.
You end up at the old.
by the old Pepsi's warehouse.
Yeah, it's fun down there.
End up in
Yeah.
the rainbow room. You know.
Yeah.
All right.
With a tranny.
The wrap up. You work out a lot, don't you?
A little bit.
Now, we had something brought to our attention last week. Do you take a pre-workout drink in the morning?
I actually don't. I do. I drink black coffee.
Same here.
Try to do like 2 or 3 cups, and then
Yes.
the pre-workouts are too. They I don't like them.
Is it caffeine?
Oh
Is it-
yeah, it's like a high volume of caffeine, other stuff. You have to really drink a lot of water with them, and if you don't like do them right, you just feel fucking shitty.
Sure. Well,
There's no real athlete that's getting that fucked up in training.
Yeah.
She was saying that there's quite an issue in the bathroom, and every morning, that,
Like
like
shitting?
about an hour
Yeah.
after the guys take their pre-workout, they blow up
They'll
the
just blow
bathroom.
in the bathroom up with their
and,
nasty
and then it
pre-workout
wafts out to
shits.
where the dumbbell area.
It's getting a little huff,
So,
a little
yeah.
secondhand smoke.
Yeah.
A little methane.
I mean,
Different kind of
I don't know if
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the pre-workout necessarily. Like, if you are like a worker outer, like
Yeah.
I eat a ton. I try to eat about. Well, today I ate a bunch because I had Chick-fil-A and Wendy's.
Oh, nice.
I don't usually tell too many people when I do the double days like that because there's only a few hours apart.
Sure.
But
Nobody listens to this. Don't worry.
okay, good, because it's kind of embarrassing because I did get
It's just
the
gonna be-
triple baconator.
Just Ryan's mom's going to shame you for eating too much.
Yeah,
900% of your daily value of sodium is a really bold move,
I know. It was good though.
Wendy's is good.
if not more.
I like Wendy's, and there's a lot of senior citizens in there, so it's like kind of reminds me like, hey, grandma.
Yeah. I feel like you're
Yeah,
seeing your
I get
future.
a weird boner from it. I do. I mean,
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I
I
got
mean,
Grandma's boy was a big hit.
yeah, yeah.
sure.
But so if you are like a true weightlifter, worker, you eat a lot. My goal is about 4,000 clean calories a day, and that's a lot of food.
Yeah.
And so when you eat a lot of food, you have a lot of poop.
Yeah.
And so like I wake up and then I'll poop, and then I'll drink some coffee, then I'll poop, then I'll
Okay.
start to go do some cardio, then sometimes I'll have to poop again,
Oh.
and then you start lifting weights, and then you got to poop again.
All but 6 a.m. too, huh?
Yeah, before 8 and before I'm.
Wow.
yeah.
That's a bad day for me if I'm pooping that much that early in the day.
Yeah. It's a lot. Sometimes it's weird to me when you have like a 12-inch turd, and then like an hour later you have like another
Another
one,
12,
and like another one.
Yeah.
Like, where is all that?
Yeah.
You should have your intestines harvest and
I know, but it's like
science.
a
Yeah.
mile long or something.
Yeah,
a mile.
That's a lot of intestines.
it is.
I don't know if it's really a mile, but
You've
it's
had
long.
Mile long poop.
Sometimes it feels like it when you're sitting there.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that you, as a bodybuilder, do you consider yourself a bodybuilder?
No, because I'll never do a show. Because I do it just for
Sure.
Well, he does private showings, but you
Yeah.
got to pay extra for that.
100%. Yeah, not right now. I mean.
Opens up the garage door. It's a private show.
Yeah, exactly.
That you should eat consume 1 gram of protein for every pound you weigh.
Yeah. Yes.
Is
Yeah.
that-
That's true. But your lean muscle mass, not if you're 400 pounds and you're 80% body fat. No.
Oh, so you would kind of.
Yeah. So, but like for me, I'm like I fluctuate between 215, 220, and about 10% body fat. But I do about 350 grams of protein, and then about 100 grams of fat to 125 grams of fat,
Oh wow.
and then about 300 to 400 carbs a day.
Well, that's the number 9 at Wendy's, or
Yeah. Yeah, pretty
The
much.
Baconator.
Yeah, I had like 2,000 calories tonight, and then probably had like 1,500 for a couple hours earlier.
Nice. Well, I've
What that
something
was.
died out there. So some people build a home bar and do a podcast from it. Other people's build a home gym.
Yeah, it's pretty fancy looking home gym
Yeah, it
from the
is.
photos I've seen.
It is pretty legit.
A lot nicer lighting in there than you got here.
Hey, it is.
You can plug in the is it Jake's Fit?
There's Jake's Gym,
Jake's Gym
my neon sign.
on Instagram. Is
Yeah.
it?
Oh, yeah.
So track down Jake on Instagram because it's a pretty cool little deal.
Yeah.
A couple of videos on there. I watched them all.
More than once.
Yeah. Hey. Third time you're in trouble. You know what I mean?
Totally. Cool. Well, Roy, is there any meat left on this bone?
I don't think so.
You think you're good to go?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jake, thanks for
Yeah, it
coming
was
on the
fun.
show.
If you're looking for a home remodel,
This is the guy.
Yeah, I can do it for you.
Yeah. I mean, you can do it all at a very high level.
There you
yeah.
go.
It's real nice work.
That's all you could want.
If I hit the jackpot,
There
you're
you
the
go.
first guy I'm calling.
That's
There you
right.
go. 100%.
There you go. All right, everybody. Well, have a good week.
Hey, thanks, guys. See ya.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thank
Ciao,
you.
ciao.
Cause I want one, need one, give me one more. I'm waiting by that window for you. I want another bang bang, yeah. Let's echo it through the night.
All right, that's all we have for you guys today. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to join our club on Facebook at Supper Club Social. Underneath this week's episode, go and write a review of the drink if you've had it or if you decide to make it. And we will pick 1 or 2 of the comments and read them out on our next episode.
You can find us at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, our website at www.supperclubsocial.net. We look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Have a good one.
Take it easy. Nice.
I didn't know I had to do my
You gotta
part
do your
again.
part again.